Even with all these beautiful women around, dating is getting much harder for men, and it's not gonna get any better. And if you're ignorant to game, you are going to get used, finessed, robbed blind. Because some of these cold-hearted vampires will suck you dry. So let me equip you with the holy water we call knowledge, starting with the obvious reason on why things are so hard. And that is constantly increasing competition. Did you know from 2019 to 2020, the United States had 2.2 million people become millionaires? That means you have to be aware that 6'6" guys with unlimited money are lurking right around the corner, and they are going after your girlfriend, your ex, your sister, and practically anything that moves. That is why every girl in your town seems to be dating the exact same guy, and why all the children at the daycare look the same. At this point, it's just a group of 5 of them passing the women around, and you can't blame them because they're only taking what they can get. Also, the dating pool has gotten a wider range over the last few years because some people would gladly pay to fly her out. And by people, I mean me and other guys who have some money to blow. You have to be aware that this is a dirty game, and sitting on the sideline could lead to a lonely life. So you have to view the situation like it's football. Do you want to warm the bench for somebody else? Or do you want to go out there and win yourself a Super Bowl? My friend, we play to win the game. But it's also important that you know that women nowadays have developed unrealistic expectations, which increases the difficulty of getting in a relationship. You'll find that these delusional partners expect an all-expense-paid vacation every month. I'm talking about a woman who wants to be in a bikini every weekend. But poverty pockets won't allow you to do anything like that. But does she care? Hell no! Not only that, they expect you to be the full package. I'm talking about a smooth talker with NFL-sized muscles and enough bread to feed the flock of friends who follow her around. So basically, a good-looking ATM machine. And even with all that, she'll upgrade if she finds a better opportunity. It's like increasing her financial and social status is her only goal. So if you're a broke average guy, you only have one option, and that is to fake it till you make it. I don't care if you have to borrow your brother's shoes or your best friend's car. As long as she believes all that stuff is yours, you're Gucci, you're good. Plus, if you're willing to spend just a little bit more money, you can make it look more authentic. All you have to do is hire a photographer to jazz up your profile pics. Just go all out and stage everything. Make it look like you're hopping out of Lamborghinis. Photoshop yourself having dinner with celebrities. And do that fake private jet photo shoot that Instagram models do. And I promise, you'll have to beat them off with a stick. And don't feel bad about any of this, because if a scammer scams a scammer, is he really a scammer? Just saying. Also increasing the difficulty of dating is the free meal vultures. You know, the pretty women who behave like hunter-gatherers. They go out and look for desperate, vulnerable guys as they hide behind the 10 pounds of makeup they got on. And when they see a guy who has the smallest crush on them, it's like they spotted a wounded gazelle. And the only way they know how to take him out of his misery is to liberate his wallet and dine on the finest of steaks. I mean, you can't miss this type of person if you see them in public, because their mouths are literally watering as you approach them. I'm talking extremely well-fed people with cankles on display. I once saw a vulture have breakfast, lunch, and dinner on a handful of guys, only to later go home to her boyfriend. And the sick part about it is that she thought it was funny. And I really want to blame the guys for being foolish enough to feed them, but I know they're dealing with master manipulators. I mean, the type of mind control I've seen would put Professor X to shame. And the only solution for you guys to solve this problem is to make sure that you insist on picking the spot, preferably a place with a $1 menu or a 2-for-1 special. And if things start to go south during the date, excuse yourself from the table and flee to your vehicle. Also, some of the difficulties in dating stem from men fearing that women will slander their names. And if it's hard for you to believe that, just look at all the evidence around you. Think about this, my friend. Has she ever given her ex a glowing review? Did she ever admit that she was the problem in the relationship? Do you even know the real story on how they met? Because I can almost guarantee that she was in a relationship as she entered that prior one, and she sabotaged it to get with her ex. This is even a problem for athletes and celebrities. It's like they can't wait to write a tell-all book. And if that's not their cup of tea, they will gladly do 1,000,000 interviews about you and drag you and your family through the mud. I mean, these vicious vixens lack value, but expect you to be the creme de la creme. And just so you're aware, your reputation is everything. So letting somebody completely dismantle it would be a serious violation. So in order to protect yourself, you have to become more mysterious. You have to hide everything no matter how small. And even though it's going to have the side effect of making her more interested, the purpose is to hide things that could be weaponized against you. So if you have a wife and kids, make sure they stay hidden. And taking her to your real house is a no-no. You basically have to be a ghost, someone who could appear and disappear in the blink of an eye. Now, her parents and friends will think that she has a fake relationship going on, but your good reputation will remain, which will definitely open up your dating pool. Now, I will say that people are having a hard time dating because there aren't any great options to pick from. I mean, just scroll through social media and you'll see a trend where the putting down of a man is glorified. They are literally calling us cheap and easy. But what they don't know is that we love hard, and sometimes it's hard to just pick one. You mean to tell me it's impossible to fall in love with 3 people at the same time? Well, I call BS. And maybe men would be able to stay with one woman if they got their hands on the right one. But it seems like the super cool laid-back girls are already dating someone, and that guy is keeping her close with an iron grip. It's almost like there's only one amazing girl per city. I mean, at this point, it seems like you have a better chance of winning the lottery than landing some woman who actually knows who your favorite quarterback is. So nowadays, you could be a single player or settle for the girl that likes to yell at retail workers. I'm talking about the same girl who thinks all her co-workers are sabotaging her, even though she calls out every Friday. Oh, and don't forget the young lady who refuses to work out, yet claims to be a hard worker and a go-getter. I swear the dating options are a spit in the face, and men are quickly realizing this. So I'm not surprised that some of them are opting out of the game. It's completely mind-numbing, especially when it seems like the majority of women have the same generic personality. It's almost like they just copy and paste their favorite influencer's persona and act like it's a completely new way of thinking. Not to mention, it's almost scary what they think is right and wrong, especially when it comes to the dating world. I mean, what happened to the actual deep thinkers? The woman that you could have a conversation with all night long? Is that type of woman done with? Because all we have is baddies with catchphrases. And we all know what happens when beauty starts to fade. I can't even tell you how many times I've dealt with a customer who has an annoying wife. And you can tell that the guy is very conscious of it because he's rolling his eyes every time she makes a statement. It's almost like you can see the regret on his face. But I will say that this isn't all on women, because I believe social media has ruined most men's dating skills. And if you don't believe me, just ask them to approach a woman. Watch how they stumble over their words and probably break into a cold sweat. It's almost like they have PTSD. And call me crazy, but I believe this was done to them on purpose, because a lonely man is willing to spend money, and nothing will make you richer than exploiting pain. But over here, we work on solutions. So equip yourself with more knowledge by clicking on the video that just popped up, and I will definitely see you on the next video.